sorcery.
Oh.
On that note, welcome to Science and Sorcery. Thanks so much, Khalil. Welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons. Usually to raise money for charity. We still haven't picked one for this month. And sometimes, apparently, my players are high. And I will not elaborate on that.
On life.
High on life.
High on life.
High on Dungeons and Dragons. Very addictive.
Chasing that Dungeons and Dragons.
Fucking hope not.
We are off to a great start tonight, folks. We are back with session 50?
15, yeah.
15 of Witness to Ruin. Very exciting. We are in a dungeon. It's so far gone very well for them. There's not been any issues. Nothing has tried to kill them. No, I think that's the recap, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No. The wonderful party, Nimbo, Blorta, and Muck set out from the Citadel to travel down to a place called the Dread Hollow, where nothing bad could possibly happen to them. On the way there, they encountered a satyr named Mr. Peanut Butter, and a Quattle named Mitsley, who was looking for information on her friend, Casimir Crowrun, who she's not seen in, she can't quite remember how long, because time passes differently in the Celestial Plane. The party found the Dread Hollow, were warned about the Vintner, and then immediately got into a fight with said Vintner, who turned out to be a massive clay golem, who managed to do a significant amount of damage to the party, but you beat it up. Went on deeper into the big caverns, found a whole pile of rubbish and some new I've forgotten the word.
Junk?
Just some goo. You found some goo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You found some goo. You fought some goo. You found a door. You found some wine inside that door. A lot of vinegar inside that door.
Yeah.
Bottled some wine and vinegar. And then you found a different door that had an eye in it. And spent some time figuring out how to open it. And we left you right as Blorta had figured it out, covering the eye in order to open the door. And as it swings open, the four of you see a hallway lined with corpses.
As
and
soon
that
as
is where we left off.
As soon as I see a hallway full of bodies,
Yes.
I put my long arms out to my sides to kind of hold everyone else back, because I'm getting flashbacks to like Cleric 101, which is like, if it's dead, it could be undead.
Can you detect that kind of stuff?
I'm not that kind of cleric. Hashtag not all clerics. But if they do get up, I can definitely clear some of them out.
Okay, so I see there's two not necessarily mutually exclusive things here. It's like, one, these guys might come back, like you're saying. Two, maybe something killed everyone who tried to walk down this passage. Three, maybe both.
I hadn't considered there's something might try and kill us right now option, actually. I'm quite glad you brought that one up.
Yeah, on that note, can M see anything else in this space other than the dead bodies?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I help by looking over their head?
Yeah, you can make your own perception check, or
Sure. Oh, that's the one.
or M control.
I
was good. So, yeah, never mind. I fucked that up. But I was gonna do something different. I missed it because that's a 5.
Okay. It's hard. Like, you can see there's definitely some kind of something on the walls, but it's hard to make out the details because you're just stood there staring at the corpses trying to sense if there might be undead, trying to figure out how they died, if they died there, if they were placed there, and you're just like, all of these thoughts are going through your head and you can't make sense of it.
Okay, I think I have like a preliminary first test idea. So
Hold on. First, Nimba, did you roll perception?
Yeah, I didn't roll great. I got a 10.
Okay. Yeah, you see a bit more than M. Looking over M's head, you can see these things on the walls are these relief carvings of people engaged in all manner of activities. Sort of like
All
big
manner?
mural.
Oh man, are you saying?
All manner. From what you can tell, it's like I knew as soon as I said it that I shouldn't have said it.
We have, do you have a rising like string like "Oing" for one of the eyebrows on Vinimo's head going.
I'm glad it was the eyebrow.
I'm not, if it's the other thing, it's got to be a Swanee whistle. Where you're like,
Oh,
boy.
we have been live for 5 minutes.
5 minutes too long if you ask me.
for everyone playing penis bingo
We'll
at
see you
home.
all on Sunday. No, they appear to be carvings of like craftsmen, farmers, warriors, etc.
Okay.
So what
It's a
I'm going
careers
to
fair.
do...
Might be.
Evil careers fair. Also, just like, what's a career? We're rich, we don't have those.
The aristocracy discovers jobs.
It's like, this sounds really... I don't like the sound of this. No. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my illusion to make like a dwarf. And he's just going to be doing... You know the sort of like early Disney things where they're just sort of walking like this?
Yes.
He's just going to walk down the corridor just like really conspicuously to kind of... If anything's going to attack on sight.
I love
Okay.
And it's
sorry,
singing
you
a
said,
completely non-copyrighted song.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
You said minor illusion, Alex?
Yeah, so it can't actually say.
Yeah.
It just goes...
No. And you're having to constantly like recast it to make it move position.
I think you can make the move in minor illusion.
Can you? That seems fake.
I think it might be major.
I think major
stuff.
illusion or silent image. I think those you can move. Well, regardless,
know,
one
yeah.
way or the other, you make this work, and you will watch as this little dwarf starts moving down the corridor until it gets to, you can see there's a door at the other end that's closed. Once it gets to the door, it can't go past that.
It's just like doing that thing where like a game character glitches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
you
a
just
sprite.
keep making it do that. Nothing happens to it.
Okay, so either we don't have to worry about the undead, or they're like not based on visual sensory things anyway.
Can I do a history check to see if I can tell what era the warriors are from?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm proficient. Can I help?
Roll with
Good,
advantage.
because I got a 7. I'll roll
Roll
again. Ooh, 21.
Nice.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, well, like, knowing that the place you've entered was Casimir Crowrun's hideout, you can expect that this is from his era, which is more than 1,000 years ago. So it's like when people talk about things that happened sort of in like Egyptian era Greek, like ancient Greek, etc. Like there's not a close range of times, but you can pin it down to it was before the Separation War.
Cool.
Is yeah.
So
So
it's not a
very very old.
So it's not a case that there's just like successive generations of adventurers piling up on top of each other over 1,000 years or anything like that.
So this was the relief carvings in the side.
Oh, right,
the
yeah.
skeletons, they also seem to be dressed from the olden days rather than
Okay.
like
the
you can't spot
skeleton-
anything more recent.
Do the skeletons look? Are they laid out in a kind of organized fashion, or like haphazard? Were they standing in line until they died, or was there like a fight and they're all mixed up? Is there like more than one type of armor? You know.
This would be to try to figure out how they died. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Escape me. 17.
17. So it looks like some of them seem to have died in ways that you shouldn't be able to die from in a corridor. Like just looking at the ones closest
This
to
one
you.
was crushed by a falling piano.
Thanks, well, millstone, but that is what I was about to say. So it's just like, this is a weird thing to have happened to you in a corridor. Others have more...
Wait, so there's a millstone in the middle of the corridor?
There's no millstone, it's just like giant crushing wounds that look like, something heavy fell onto them. Others have arrows, sort of like, no longer wedged in them because they're skeletons, but you can see where like the bones have been cracked. Yeah. Others have more traditional injuries like that. So there's a mixture of like accident and fighting.
Okay, so my leading theory here is he just bought like a value-sized crate of skeletons to decorate his base with, and he just never got round to like pick a mix of sorted ones.
This is a hero of the god of justice and criminals that we're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So there's going to be some kind of rulesy, systematic, legally thing about it. I doubt this guy would do anything randomly.
I mean, does rules and justice also include being the god of tidiness?
Kondo, the goddess of tidiness and mess.
That's good.
Taking this all in, can I take a big sniff of WtR? Looking for...
Go ahead and make a survival check with advantage.
Yeah, I got Hunter's Bane, so
Yes. Yeah. To try to...
Well, that's good. Survival... Yeah. 22.
22. You don't get any sense of undead.
Okay, that's good.
Whatever the other things are that you can sense as well. Nothing.
Yeah, Fiend or Fae.
Yeah. Fiend or Fae, no.
Yep.
Not here.
Okay. Additional question. Oh, you go, Khalil.
I was going to say, I would have a look around for any magical effects, but my eyes are a bit tired, so we have a sit down for approximately 1 hour.
Well, Oh, sorry. When you go.
Yeah. Just out of interest, do any of these? I don't know. I'm doing this in accent. Do any of these like ancient remain like armors and stuff have any kind of important resale value that we should be aware of?
It is a 25-foot long corridor, and you have not set foot into it yet. You can certainly have a look as you enter it.
That's fine.
Blurta hasn't said this out loud yet, has she?
Blurt is considering this in her head because she spent a lot of money buying expensive makeup during a break.
Nice.
Do we want to take a little rest in this original room before we move on?
I mean,
Rest
it
Khalil's
does
eyes?
seem reasonably safe-ish here. If we keep an eye on the corridor in case any funny business happens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in that
you
case-
can have a seat in the wine room if you wanted to.
Yeah,
the
let's
one
just
entry
close
point
the
that
door.
you found.
Yeah, I
Yep.
was going
Well-
to say because that's more defensible.
I would say maybe let's keep the door open so we can see if anything comes out of this corridor. But at least, it'll have to come through that narrow door and, we can beat the shit
true.
out of it.
I mean, what I'll do is I'll sit like facing down the corridor, so if anything comes, I can just laser it straight down the corridor.
I think it's also worth saying, just because I know who we all are, that it's an hour. Let's not touch the wine.
Fine.
Let's save the wine for when we're not about to go into somewhere full of skeletons. I agree, Jam. Although,
Fine.
it does look like pretty good wine, so maybe hopefully it'd be worth the wait.
That's fair. I
Right.
do have some alternatives, just for the record.
So
We're not doing drugs in a tomb.
Why not?
No one's gonna mind you doing it in their house if they're dead.
Blurter's there just using a skull as a bong. Just like...
The first question that popped into my head was, which D&D race's skull would make the best bong based on morphology? And I don't actually want to know the answer.
But now you've said it.
I'm pretty sure it's the Gith.
They have quite long heads.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like the aliens in the Indiana Jones movie no one talks about?
The nose, the fridge film. Yeah, the nose could be like the bowl, and then you could make a hole in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's Meta Mind Flayer, then it's already got a hole in the head.
Hey.
Mind Flayers are just artisan bong makers.
I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3 in pre-release,
Same.
and this is gonna put a new spin on that. All right, no, go ahead and take your short rest if you want to do so on your character sheets.
So I have 7 temporary hit points. I don't remember why.
You gained some from your rest because of the inn you stayed in, and then
You would have 5 from aid that are not temporary
Yes.
hit points.
Mhm.
They last 8 hours, but they're normal hit
Yep.
points, and you'd have
They're
2
normal
temporary
hit
hit
points.
points from a really good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
And-
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas I lost my good night's sleep hit points
Yes.
getting hit by a robot.
Aw.
Well, Play-Doh.
A Play-Doh bot.
Play-Doh bot.
Okay,
Cool.
how are we feeling?
Better.
Great.
1 glass of wine for the road? I'm only joking.
You would be rolling con saves to figure out which of the wine hadn't gone off, so
Oh, I thought when we were bottling it last session, we found some
from the
that smelled
bottles,
good,
yeah, no,
and
from the
some
bottles
that...
you'd be fine.
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
do
I
vinegar
thought you meant
shots.
from there's still a bunch of barrels and things in there, so I thought that's what you meant.
Oh no! We rated the good stuff
Yes.
and bottled as much
Yeah.
as we felt was appropriate.
Good. Yes. All right. Okay, going back to the corridor. What are you doing?
Okay. I have this court staff. We could just prod down the thing a bit to begin with.
Before we do that, hold on 1 second. And a little crackle of electricity crackles across Nimbo's eyes. I'm going to ping detect magic. So within 30 feet, any magic?
Yes. The corridor seems to be lined with it.
What by
Lined.
what sort?
I am once again checking because
It's
I
explosion
can never
time.
remember. Maybe.
It summons
Um,
millstones.
It's just
yeah, it is abjuration magic.
abjuration. Okay, interesting.
And it's the walls that seem to be lined with abjuration magic.
Yes.
Okay.
What is
Sorry, go on.
abjuration?
Protective magic. So things like
Thank you.
shield and armor and stuff like that.
and
Oh, cool.
counterspell and stuff like that as well.
It can suppress
Okay.
other people's magic as well, right? So.
Oh, good luck, guys.
Don't suppress Muck's magic.
You mean her charm?
We had a thing
Yeah.
that suppressed Muck's magic.
Mm. The only magic I have is the magic of dance. I can't dance. I do have a magic ring, to be fair, and a javelin.
Is there any writing on these walls?
Not what you can see from where you're standing.
I'm
Should we
just-
head in?
Yeah, I'm ready to walk.
I'm going to stand back here just in case anyone needs any spells cast.
Okay.
Because I can
Muck's-
heal you up, I can restore you, stuff like that.
I'm have to be in the front.
Yeah, this is you have to go single file line for this. If you look at your maps.
All right, I'll go at the back, and I'll tap Muck on the shoulder and guide her.
Okay,
Okay.
just one pitch before we go. Do we want to have like a chain attached to Muck, so if something does happen, we can like yank him back?
Why
Not a bad
a
idea.
chain? Not even a rope.
Yeah, I think chain is a little bit. I mean, I don't know, unless you're into that, but
Yeah. We all have 50 feet of rope.
I think it's just because I saw. I do also have 20 foot of chains, which is why I said that. Because that's,
Oh, do you? Oh,
Yeah.
I want to ask.
fuck it. Give me the chain.
What?
I think it was. I bought it to deal with the Revenant.
Oh
yeah,
right,
you did.
yes.
You did.
I also have manacles if we ever need them.
What the
Well, we got a
hell?
party going.
Hey! Cannot for the life of me remember where any of you got this stuff, and I'm very worried about
This is
you.
just adventuring gear. It just comes with it.
That's it.
Oh,
Yeah,
can I get the
Everyone
Monster
comes
Slayers
with their
kit or
own
something?
manacles.
You
Get
can
the
sometimes buy
manacles.
stuff for like a harebrained scheme later, and just never gets used. It just accumulates.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a situation in 20 sessions time where we're gonna need it and we're gonna forget we have it.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah,
And the chat
you're
is
gonna
gonna be
have to
going like-
find a bag of holding somewhere. Donate £100 once we get our fundraiser set up, and I'll give them a bag of holding.
There's going to be a secret conversation in the final episode where Anton's bad poetry will unlock like the ultimate sword somehow.
I have, for the audience, I did ask ChatGPT to write 4 really bad poems, and I
Yay.
sent them to Alex, and they are genuinely awful. So thank you. I found the one good use for ChatGPT.
So
Right.
are we-
Muck's
are we-
in front,
are we-
Nimbo's in the back, Em and Blurta.
Yeah, I'll go behind Muck.
And I'll go behind.
Like, I'll wait
So-
till Muck's like 15 foot down and then follow. Like, so if we're not
Sure.
like in the same area of fire.
Sensible.
I hear you.
Sam, were you going to ask something else?
Oh, just are we tethering Muck in some way with rope?
Oh,
Yeah.
So
all right. Yeah, you can easily. I assume Nimbo's holding onto the rope, given Nimbo's in the back and also the strongest out of the
Cool.
ones who are not Muck.
Okay.
Yeah, you tether Muck. Muck, you begin to step down the corridor. And as you do so, as you pass some of the relief carvings, carved like archers, bolts fire out at you. Can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
Yes, I can. You know, as soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, we should have just checked the wall. Okay, that's 8. So
8, okay. You take 13 points of piercing damage, reduced to 10 by your feet, I believe.
Yeah.
But as these bolts, you manage to dodge out of the way of a couple, but you take the brunt of it. But
Yeah.
you do manage to dart through the corridor and get to the door on the other side.
Oh,
which...
too bad. I yanked her back as soon as she got shot.
Hey, in that case, would Muck have let this happen? Or would you have tried to keep going? You can make
what
opposing...
momentum were you going with? Were you like charging forward or were you walking forward?
I don't think I was charging. I'll let you guys
you-
tie me up with rope.
If you want to try to continue, I'll let you make opposing strength checks to try to push through if that's what you would like to do.
And you do have guidance.
And you do have guidance.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, yeah. Make it. Both of you make a strength check, please.
11. Do I have to use my D4 now?
No.
No? Anytime within the next minute. I got a 15.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
I came back.
All right. Yeah. Muck, you take the
Sorry.
bolts, you consider maybe I should just keep going, and Nimbo you feel yourself getting pulled backwards, landing like flat on your back and getting dragged backwards over the bones that line the corridor.
Oh my god, are you okay? Healing word.
Ow. Oh, thank you.
Did I note any kind of idea of what the trigger for this was? Was it like a pressure plate? Was it like an area of effect?
It seems to have been an area of effect.
Okay.
So
So do we think it will happen again, or one time?
I mean, I feel like we have to assume it would. Otherwise,
there's a lot of
you
bogeys.
could kind of brute force your way through it, which wouldn't be that great a defense overall.
So let's have a look on the wall. What's the order of little guys?
Did they all come from the same side?
archers,
Also,
trolls, more trolls.
They
goblins?
came from both sides.
Oh lord.
okay, that's more annoying.
What height did they come at?
Sort of from like mid-thigh up to above your head.
Can our army crawl through?
You can, yes.
Like that other Indiana Jones film.
You can definitely try. There's still a chance you might get hit, but the damage would probably be less.
Okay. Do you want
You'd be getting real intimate with those bones, though.
Wait a minute. I got my magic jump ring. Can I magic jump forward? Yes.
So, yes, you can. This seems to have been triggered not by you stepping on anything, but rather by you passing through the area.
But
So
surely
if
if I just jump, I'm gonna be gone by the time
I'd let you make
activates.
I'd let you make the dex check at advantage.
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do that.
Right. Especially because at the moment you would be jumping into a closed door that you would then have to open to get out of the arrow zone.
Okay, so what I would like to do is do a long jump to the end of the corridor and then like squat just in front of the door. So like if there's anything that's gonna happen above me, that I dodge it.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, you can definitely try to do this.
Okay, and I do have a moment of awesome.
You do have a moment of awesome. So go ahead and make the another dex save at advantage.
Yes. Oh, dirty 20. I'm happy with that.
Cool. And because you made the if you want, you can use your moment of awesome instead of to just take no damage at all as well with this.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You all watch as Muck uses the jump ring and just vaults over the 25-foot corridor, which is frankly absurd. And you find yourself squatting in front of the door to the other side as a rain of arrows closes in behind you.
Arrows! I just shout back.
Well, that was pretty impressive.
Thanks.
Yeah. Not sure I could do that.
Well, I have ways to get myself and one other person there as well, but I feel like if we do that, then we might end up getting hurt.
Getting hurt? Why?
From the arrows.
Oh, so this way of getting two people across still involves going through the arrows.
I feel like, well, I don't know if getting to the door will still get arrows triggered. Feels like it will. So if we can get the door open, I can get people past the door.
Okay, well...
So do the arrows... Sorry, DM question. Do the arrows fill the entire corridor?
Not at... It's not like in one go there's arrows everywhere. It's sort of like in waves almost. But it does seem to come down the entire corridor.
Can you do it in like old school video games where you just have to like time your jumps, like Mario style? Like,
That is essentially what making the dex save is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
mm,
It's about timing it and dodging out of the way.
I mean,
I am
um,
very clumsy.
I could do that, or I just face step to where Muck is.
You so where Muck is currently still in the corridor, and the only reason Muck isn't getting hit is because she's crouching. So you would probably want Muck to try to open the
Yeah.
door
Yeah.
Okay.
first.
Can I investigate the door? I think I
Sure,
still
make an
got my
investigation
guidance
check.
up. Oh,
If you haven't used your guidance yet, you can use your guidance.
That's a 3. So, but I'm the
It's
only one at the door.
It's
So
a
I'm gonna-
door.
Oh. I was gonna roll my D4.
I mean, the max should get is a
get
7.
you up a 7, which
It's a door.
No, okay. I'll take it. 3 door. Me
It's a
versus
door.
the door
it's a door.
with a handle.
Yep.
I open the door?
You open the door. It's very rusty. The hinges are very rusty, but it opens.
Oh man,
D&D party versus door.
it's the little things in life.
Always a door.
Always a door.
What's behind the door?
So you, looking in, I will open the door for you. You are over there on the map. You see what looks to be an old kitchen.
Ooh.
And as opposed to the floor in the cavern where you've been so far, which was just like stamped down earth, this is paved.
Oh my.
Okay, now I'm going to face step.
Okay. Yep, Blurta, you face step across.
Okay.
You can see there's like an old hearth with a table with a very, very degraded tablecloth, a ton of boxes jammed into an alcove, and off to your left you can see a broken table and several benches set out.
Before you folks do anything with that, I am going to turn to Nimbo and say, trust me, and cast Vortex Warp
Okay,
to move you into that room.
go for it. Nimba, do you let this happen?
Absolutely, I trust him.
All right. Yeah, you appear. How far is Vortex Warp? How far can you move people?
90 feet.
Yeah, you easily manage to get Nimbo sort of placed between Muck and Blurta, which is where you can currently see.
And I'm going to Misty Step.
Yep, go for it.
I don't know where I'm going because I can't see anybody else on the map. So
I've got you.
Zoom out. Oh yeah.
There you go. Oh, let me move you.
Aha, the other way.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yay.
Yeah, you all find yourselves now in this kitchen space. There is another corridor off to your right. There's these benches off to your left. And you hear something skittering around from that area.
On
What's that
the...
little-
You go.
I was just like to the left, to the west.
To the left. Yeah, to the left where the table and the benches are.
Okay.
Well,
You go.
whatever it is, if either it's been here a long time or it managed to get through the traps. That's all.
Can I try and listen more carefully? Try and work out
Yeah.
what it might be?
Make a perception check.
Guide me. 17.
17. It sounds like something on 4 legs. And it's like the sound of like nails on like claws on the ground.
Oh, it's another dog!
Well, I mean, my inclination is to investigate this thing first because if we go investigate something else, then maybe this thing will come team up with that thing.
Yeah.
As you are considering this, you watch as two creatures round the corner and make a beeline towards Blurta. They are these strange little creatures that look like brains on four legs.
Oh.
Mm.
Are these the Spices?
Might be.
Hmm.
I would like everyone to please roll me some initiative.
So it's not an intellect devourer, it's an ego devourer, and that's why they've come straight for me.
Initiative. 3.
Oh my god, I'm not lost!
Congrats.
17 for me.
17 for Blurta.
5.
5 for Nimbo. M?
12.
12. Okay. That is a... All right. In that case, Blurta, you are up first as you watch two intellect devourers come around the corner towards you.
Just
they
quickly,
are.
I can't see myself on the combat tab in terms of initiative. I don't know if I'm just missing on
nope.
mine.
Nope, that's my fault. It
Cool.
added you twice, and I deleted you, and then it apparently deleted you again.
I'm back, baby.
There you are. All right. Yeah, we begin. Blurta.
Well,
Two of these approach.
I do not like this. I am going to cast invisibility on myself.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Yep, you become invisible.
And then I'm going to scoot around the back of this here pillar.
You cannot move through Nimbo space, I believe.
Okay, is that like a solid space? I mean,
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
still be able to get.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you are still far enough away that you would be able to get past. Yeah.
Let's just go back there.
All right.
Where?
That's about it.
It's not showing up on the stream.
My speed.
It's shown up for me on the map, so it's a stream thing rather than an Alex thing.
Cool.
Blurta has now moved into the dark space that people on the stream cannot see. It is now one of the intellect devourers' turns. It is going to follow, like, shift direction, pointing straight towards where Blurta still is. And use its Rend Mind ability. Can you make an intelligence saving throw for me, please?
Yes.
Blurta. It seems to still know where you are.
It don't got eyes.
5.
It's just 5. Oh no. Your intelligence score is reduced to 0. And you are stunned. You also take... I dropped a dice onto a dog.
mean,
it's
it's lucky.
fine. You take 21 points
Jesus
of
Christ.
psychic damage is what happens, and you are stunned. Your intelligence score is 0. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns to end this success, to end this effect.
I can't remember if this is still a thing in 5th edition, but when
Yes.
it used to be a thing where if an intelligence score is 0, you die, or like if
No.
it scores 0. Okay, so that's not the case.
No.
That's good.
No. If that is still the rules as written, not in my game. No. You will be making the saving throw from now on, unless you have proficiency in intelligence saving throws with a -5 modifier, because that is the modifier for a score of 0.
I do not like that. And so it'll be a Constitution test save to keep invisibility.
Can you concentrate while
yes.
stunned?
You're
I believe you
incapacitated, but I don't think that affects your ability. No, yeah, you can concentrate while stunned. DC is 10.
So I just beat that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you managed to remain invisible.
Not that
Another.
it benefits me, but
They seem to know where you are still. Another intellect devourer appears from behind the bench and is going to. Let me see. Yeah, it's got the movement. It's going to run up to Blurta. And it's going to attempt to. Yeah, it's going to use its trepanation claws ability. So if anyone has any fun facts about trepanation, go for it.
What is that?
People routinely used to
Trepanning.
survive it.
yeah.
It's cutting basically while someone is alive, cutting out a chunk of their skull, which it used to sometimes be believed to either let out bad spirits or let in good spirits,
Oh
or
yeah.
relieve pressure on the brain. But there's evidence that people survived it quite a lot because you've got a lot of skulls that have holes cut in them, but the edges are like rounded and healed.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. And it's gonna do
go-
that to Blurta.
And
Yeah, it's gonna
presumably-
try to rip a hole in Blurta's head.
No, I wish I had hair now.
You really should. First of all, Khalil, take a inspiration d8. Blurta, it was a 20 to hit. You take 21 points of slashing damage as the intellect devourer bores a hole in the side of your head.
I'm down.
Fuck.
Yikes. It is now the third intellect devourer's turn, which is going to attempt to do the same thing to M. So M,
Oh.
it's going to try to rend your mind. Can you make an intelligence saving throw, please?
Yep. I got a 16.
16. You save as you feel this something odd piercing through into your mind, and you manage to shake it off. It doesn't affect you right now. It's gonna actually, yeah, it's gonna come and run up towards you as well, but that is its turn. So now we come to you, M.
Okay. I am gonna launch a firebolt at it.
You will be at disadvantage because
I'll
you're in melee range.
Do it at a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the one next to Blurta, which can you see that one?
Yeah,
you
I
can
see it on my
just
map,
see
yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see that going that way, thinking that's where my companion is, and firebolt it, which is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
Right, and that's gonna be 15 points of fire damage.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. That does a significant chunk of damage to it.
That's everything I can do, I think, right now. Or that I'm going to do.
All right.
No, because I can't see Blurta because
you cannot see Blurta right now. No.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
Blurta is
visible
no
again.
longer invisible. Blurta is just behind the pillar, which is blocking your sight of her.
Right.
It is then Nimbus' turn.
Okay. These bastards have spread themselves out
Yes.
in a very unthunderwavable orientation,
Just rude.
but they are not unshattered.
They are not.
So if I were to do an AoE circle, how can I hate VTTs. So in a
What's the
10
radius?
foot 10-foot radius 20-foot diameter.
Mm-hmm.
Can I hit all of these people? Well, these little things.
Let me check.
Looks like it.
No.
Okay, I will settle for.
You can hit. I'll say you can hit 3 of them if you do it like this, because this one is.
There's more than 3?
Yeah. Maybe. Yes. There's one you haven't seen yet. It's
Okay.
up after Nimbo. You'll see it in a moment.
I would have
You
gone.
can get all of them except the one next to M, if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I would have gone for the one that's immediately a danger to Blurter.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have want to detonate this spell right in front of us, just in case I clicked on us.
Yes. Yeah. No, you can hit 2 of them and a third who happens to be on the edge of that.
All right.
Who you haven't
Con
seen.
save DC 15, please, and I'm gonna
Okay.
use Destructive Wrath to max damage that.
Okay. That was 3 failures.
So they all take 24 thunder damage.
Okay, the one next to Blurta goes down. You hear a strange scream in your head. The other 2 are still up, and you can now see this last one, which has become visible to you.
Okay, so Blurter went invisible, and then I heard her groan and fall over. Then I blew up some stuff.
Yep.
Bonus action, shillelagh.
All right, you shillelagh. Cool. Anything else?
I will step to the side to let Muck past, even though this little brainy thing is probably going to take a swing at me.
Yeah.
Oh, and now I see my dying friend.
And you
Nice.
can see your dying friend now. That's nice. Yeah, it's gonna try to hit you with this trepanation claws and get a 23 to hit.
Jeez Louise, who's Jesus? I don't know. This is that's it.
You take 4 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
It does a lot less damage when you're not incapacitated, because it can't bore a hole in your skull. You feel its claws rake against your leg.
Oh, you bored a hole in my leg.
Just
All right, that's me. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and now that I've seen Blurter, actually, I'll probably go round there to stand in front of her.
Yes.
I'm not going to say lifeless, but motionless body.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. All right, the now 3rd, but originally 4th Intellect Devourer is going to also try to rend M's mind. Actually, no, Nimbo's now closer. Gonna try to rend Nimbo's mind. So can you please also make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
No.
What did you roll?
I rolled a foul.
Oh, that is really bad luck, because you also have your intelligence reduced to 0, and you are also stunned.
Nimbo the himbo, baby!
You also take...
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. You take 14 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
And having dropped you unconscious, this Intellect Devourer is going to run up towards you as well. That brings us to Muck.
Okay.
Help us, Muck. You're our only hope.
I know, literally, I'm so dumb. Okay. I'm not in anyone's. If I move, I'm not going to trigger an opportunity attack, right?
Nope, not from where you are right now. No.
Okay. I'm just trying to think, because wait, hold on. Okay, let me see. Use the. So I actually have a healing potion on me, which would be very helpful. But Blurter, if I bring Blurter back, will she just go down immediately again?
Unclear. There is a threat near to her, so possibly it might knock her out again. You don't know.
Or should I just try and kill everybody with my 2 actions and then possible chaining? And then
I'm on
try and kill.
But I know what my choice would be in that situation.
Nimbo is lying on the ground, going like, kill it.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go.
Nimbo is stunned and is kind of mumbling what he thinks is kill it.
Okay. All right, cool. In that case, what is its kind of area of?
So they are tiny creatures. But
okay.
so 5 feet. You'd have to get closer to hit it. To be in melee range with it.
All right, cool. So I'll just pop everything.
Essentially, step up to where. Oh, you're going there. You would take an attack. Oh no, because that one's already.
And then jump on some boxes?
Because the one next to M has already used its reaction, so you can definitely be on this side if you would like.
Oh yeah, because it drilled my leg.
Yeah, because it attacked Nimbo.
What that means?
So go ahead.
Sounds wrong.
All right.
You know what, you people are all disgusting. This is why I threw spicy intellect devourers at you. Muck, go ahead and make your attacks. And what are you attacking with, please?
I'm gonna attack with my great sword.
Cool, good to know. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
Yes, indeed. Oh, dirty 20.
That hits.
So I want to aim for the central sulcus of the brain. That's the little dip that separates the frontal lobe and the motor cortex from all of the older brainstem stuff. So this thing will probably still be able to breathe, and if it has a blood flow, kind of control that, but it will have no personality, so hopefully it will forget its motives. It will not be able to move because I will have separated the motor cortex. So yeah, I think that's going to be my most effective use.
Okay.
You're doing brain surgery with a halberd.
Yes. with a great sword, please, for civilized people.
Well, there's the episode title anyway.
Rachel, take a D8 inspiration dice and roll the damage for your attack, please.
I hope it's good. Oh yeah, 16 damage.
Okay, it doesn't seem to take all of that damage. It seems to have.
I get to go again though.
You do get to go again.
Oh.
And remember, you also have a magic weapon on you if you need it.
I do.
This one is now. It's looking real rough. Like that hit might have killed it if it wasn't resistant to the damage.
Okay. Oh, do I want to use my javelin? Yeah, fuck it.
All right, switching to the javelin.
And I'm just stabbing with it, right? So it'll just be cool.
Yep, you can use it as a melee weapon.
Oh no, I only got 9.
A 9 is going to miss, I'm afraid.
Okay.
As it's the javelin's tip being smaller than the massive blade of the greatsword, it dodges out of the way and starts scurrying sort of onto Nimbo's head.
Oh, I don't know that.
Nasty.
Is this worth a bonus action? Is because otherwise I'm gonna have to wait a whole freaking thing. An action surge.
Wait, this thing's gonna eat my brain.
Yeah, I'm gonna surge. I'm gonna surge. One more action.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna try and javelin it again. Javelin.
Yep.
Yep. Natural 20. Natural 20.
Natural 20. We love
this. So what is that? Oh shit!
Get
those
your
are
extra
D6s.
damage. Yep, with your extra damage dice as well.
3. Yep. Roll.
Sticking what is functionally a giant electrode into someone's brain is also probably pretty effective way to fuck someone over.
Yeah, 17.
17 points of damage, absolutely, even at half damage, definitely, absolutely 100% kills it.
Yes!
As you stab into the intellect devourer that's now climbed on top of Nimbo, and you manage to put just enough force in it that it doesn't. You know exactly how much force it needs to be to not hit Nimbo. As the intellect devourer kind of like sprays blood all over Nimbo's face. Nimbo, you are fully aware that all of this is happening. You're just like too stunned to really do anything except blink. It's nasty.
Okay, and now because I killed it, I can go again, right?
You get to go
and
again.
And I had an extra, yeah. And I've still got some movement. I've still got some movement, so I am going to. How much did I move before? I moved about.
You only moved about 10.
15.
Yeah,
so
about
I can
15.
Go,
yeah.
I can go up to this guy. I actually want to go just behind. Yeah, this is 15 behind this guy.
Yep, you can do that.
And then I want to throw the javelin.
You will hit M if you do that.
All right, never mind.
You can do it. You will hit M if you do that.
No, I don't want to hit M.
That's fair.
Then I'm just going to attempt to stab again with my javelin, like an old school lobotomy.
All right.
Wait, a natural one, but I can re-roll that, can't I? Is that a thing that I have?
No. No.
Are you half orc, half halfling?
I'm just half orc.
Don't do that.
I was getting excited. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me think.
No, I don't think you can just re-roll that once. Yes,
you do have another attack though.
I do have another attack because that was the second from my action surge, and now I get.
And you also have your bonus action attack from killing something, right?
Yeah.
Is that?
I think that's what I'm doing now.
Yes, this will be the bonus action attack.
Javelin of lightning! Don't fail me now. Oh, for 11.
11 is also going to miss, I'm afraid.
Oh, rats.
So was that 4 or 5 attacks?
5.
5.
5.
That was the 5th.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
no, this one is just like darting and dodging out of the way.
That's okay.
Maybe it's harder to stab the other one because you've got this like it's like a gross olive on a stick.
Yeah.
You know, had to like shake it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll say that's what's happening.
That's fine.
Like a hot dog sausage.
You now, M, you being the closest to the door, now hear a yelp of pain, as you look behind you, and you see a familiar gnome dashing through the corridor, getting hit by a multitude of arrows, coming up behind you, armor gleaming, cloak billowing, and yelling out, watch out for that thing, and taking out a massive longsword from behind his back. Kalik is gonna try to hit the intellect devourer that's next to M. And hits.
I wish I had my chrono thing now to make him miss.
And oh wait, no, sorry, he's wielding it in 2 hands, so I get to roll the larger damage dice, and I rolled worse than I did with the d8s. But you watch as the this massive longsword cleaves down into the intellect devourer, and does some damage. He then looks at Muck, and is going to say, "Oh, my dear, I hope you're okay. This will help." And is going to cast Shield of Faith on Muck. So Muck, you gain another 2 to your armor class.
What happens if I decline? Is that one that I have to consent?
Nope. This one is without consent. You get protected by the gods.
I've never seen someone so disgusted to get a buff before.
Yeah. I'd rather die.
And that is Calhic's turn. Blurta, can you make me a death saving throw, please?
Nat 20.
Blurta comes back at
Yes.
1 hit point, but 0 intelligence. I will let you also roll another save to try to beat the rend mind.
So
It's an intelligence save with a -5.
Yeah, no.
I figured that one might be difficult. Okay. It is now. We've got 2 intellect devourers left. It's their turn now. The intellect devourer next to Muck is going to try to rend Muck's mind. Could you make me an intelligence saving throw?
Thank God I got that D8. Am I allowed to use it for that?
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, I haven't actually made the roll. That is an 8, so I'm going to add a D8 on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is an 8, so 16.
16. Okay,
Nice.
yeah, you make the save. You manage to hold off this little weird voice in a language you don't understand that's trying to worm its way into your head. But you manage to hold it off. The one next to M is gonna try to rend M's mind again. It really wants to eat your brain. Can you make an intelligence saving throw, please, M?
Yep, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yep. Again, you're fine. You're resisting this thing. You know its game. This is nothing. It is now your turn, M. You have a gnome next to you now as well.
Well, with a free action, I'm going to turn around to him and say, "You were told to fuck off." Magic missile will hit even if they're right in front of me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I want it to fire up and then look back down as though 3 little rods will go through the front left lobe of it in a Phineas Gage style. So I'm
Fun.
trying to just like reduce as much as possible, but also change his personality. Based
Okay.
on what happened to Phineas Gage.
Yep. Go for it. Roll your damage.
Okay.
The cartoon Phineas and Ferb would have been a lot different with a brain injury.
I don't think it would have.
Why do you think his head's that shape?
That's 12 points of damage.
Okay, yeah. It's still up, but it's a significant amount of damage for such a small thing to take. Anything else you want to do?
I kind of want to get away from it, so I'm gonna move over to where Nimbo is.
Okay. Yeah, you'll take an attack of opportunity from it then?
Yep.
That's a nat 18 for a 23 to hit again.
Yep, that hits.
Nice. You take 6 points of slashing damage as it rakes along the back of your calf as you run past it. You have now left Calhic alone with the thing.
That was the plan.
Wait, what did it rake with? His feet?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Nimbo, you are stunned and incapacitated. You can't really do anything except make a saving throw if you would like. Intelligence saving throw.
And that's with a minus how many?
-5 modifier.
Okay, so that's going to be a -1.
Yeah, no, you are
It's one of
still
those single-digit
stunned.
days for me today.
Oh, buddy. Muck, we come back around to you then.
I'm gonna throw my javelin at Calvin.
Will it get the other beastie?
It will. Well, this is the thing. It's 5 feet, and I have to throw it at a target. So I don't know if it will.
Yes, he is technically in melee distance with the Intellect Devourer, so yes, the Intellect Devourer would have to try to make the save.
Amazing. Okay, great. Javelin of Lightning.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
19?
Oh god, that just hits.
Okay. And then, so piercing damage, that's 6 piercing damage,
Okay.
plus 4d6 of lightning damage.
This is the fantasy equivalent of tasing your stalker.
Yeah. So that's 18 lightning damage.
Okay, Calhic is not looking good. What kind of save do the Intellect Devourers have to make?
Dexterity save.
And what's the DC?
It's a good 13.
Okay, the one next to you fails, the other one saves.
Nice.
And do they take the 18 lightning damage as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in a 5 foot.
Yeah, the one next to you is dead, the other one is still up. As
Okay,
you
well-
essentially turn one into Kentucky Fried brain cells, and the other one manages to just like dart sort of behind Calix's leg to avoid some of the damage.
Nice. In which case, I shall approach.
Alright.
Oh,
And hold on, I need to do one other thing. Calhic fails his concentration save, and you no longer have the buff to your armor class.
Yes.
I'm just imagining being this gnome and like seeing after getting struck with that lightning jab, seeing Muck walk towards
Yeah.
just absolutely like voiding his bowels.
I'm just imagining you just like yanking, it's like just yanking the javelin out of his leg. It's like, stop taking my stuff, and just.
I just look at him before I go for the little brain guy, and I.
You would have to do that with your sword again, because you've thrown the javelin.
Yeah, that's fine. I just
Yeah,
want to say
yeah.
to Calhic before I hit the little guy, if I kill him, I get to go again.
No one knows what it means, but it's very threatening.
That's a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Yay! 11 damage.
Okay, yeah, you don't kill it, I'm afraid.
Yeah, that's fine.
/ I'm grateful that you're not murdering this poor gnome.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
He's a sex pest, though.
He is a sex pest. He wants me to be his concubine.
Also, he's not poor.
Yeah, exactly. I can redistribute his wealth.
I believe that's called a prenup.
Yeah.
Broken Dagmar, yes.
Anything else, Muck?
I just look at Cal and go, damn, maybe next time.
He looks at you, like, I came here to warn you. Hold on. He's gonna swing his sword at the Intellect Devourer again, and hits, and do enough damage to kill it, ending the combat.
Are you sure?
Ending the combat with the Intellect Devourers.
Okay.
He will step further into the room, like out of the doorway where he'd been standing, and look straight up at you, Muck, which is quite a distance because he is like 2.5 feet tall, maybe, and look up at you and say, "The Sovereign can't be trusted. They sent you here to die." And that's where we're gonna take a break, because I need to go get the cat an inhaler. So we will be back in 10, maybe 15 minutes, depending on how difficult the cat's being. See you all very shortly, folks.
Bye.
Oh dear. I'm sorry to tell you this, Katanga, but I'm afraid that this misery high bluff you keep talking about has just been a figment of your imagination.
Can Katanga make an insight check?
Absolutely.
Do you want me to roll deception?
No point, because that was a natural 1.
Well, if I notice this mid smooch, can I flick my tongue out for a quick taste?
Sure. Make a sleight of hand check, I guess.
What is
Sleight
with
of
your
tongue.
characters and tasting things?
It's an under-
Mate, we've talked about these these body image issues, and like you can't be comparing yourself to like refreshing beverage cunt of all people.
Most of the fleas, because I assume Dream isn't actually being all that careful.
No.
So a lot of the fleas do manage to like jump ship. And
They're fleas.
I don't know what happens if you pour bleach on a flea. They might be fine.
It might disintegrate, I don't know.
Yeah.
Google it.
What happens when you bleach a flea?
That's
Live
like a-
Psychom coming straight at you.
Look, Psychom's just being... Okay, so... That name.
So when the Sex Muskets sing, "God save the Queen," they
Yeah.
actually literally.
Yeah,
mean
it's
Yeah.
they're quite sincere. A fascist regime, which we approve of.
it's
I
the,
called out with my own deep throaty alarm call as well.
What are you doing down here?
we're just taking a shortcut. You know, just traffic.
We're fumigating for sewer clowns here. You can't be here.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
I've been called worse, but you better shut your mouth.
We all know the real sewer clown is Elon Musk and his tunnels, so... Kick me off Twitter, Elon, I dare you.
So, Boomslang will disguise himself as Reginar and be Big Spoon.
Okay.
I got you, buddy.
So we cut to a scene where this Yuan-Ti, this snake person, is spooning a pudding angel.
No. Snake person disguised as a halfling.
Yes. Oh, you're even bigger a spoon than I remember.
Yeah, I just, I used to have that energy.
Delightful, angel, delightful. And then we fade to
Oh, is
black.
that your full name?
Fade to black of spooning.
I don't want to miss a thing.
So you see in the room Eridark Ariesis, who is a pallid elf fighter gunslinger. Do I have guns? Do I fuck? What you see.
And we're back. I gave a cat an inhaler. He only tried to bite me once. It all went fine. Khalil's been sending weird messages in our Zoom chat. It's all good. Right. We left off at the end of the Intellect Devourer fight. M and Muck, you two are the only ones currently who have any kind of ability to speak. Apart from Kalik, Muck's gnome fiance, who is also here now, not looking too good himself. He's gonna ask Muck if you need do you need any healing? I can help.
We're fine, and I want to go and give Blurta a health potion.
Okay. Yep, you can go and do that. Blurta and Nimbo, you both can make intelligence saving throws again if you want to. I'll roll them at advantage just because this will be...
No.
You're aiming for a 13?
So, functionally, we have to roll an 18 on the dice.
Yes.
So I'm just going to keep rolling. Nat 20, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
So does that
What
free
was
us...
your expression, Khalil?
Oh, I passed on my slang dice.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so Nimbo, a little bit quicker than Blurta, comes around, manages to shake off the stupor in which the Intellect Devourers rent you.
Your
Kalik,
intelligence as well, or just the
you
stuff?
regained your intelligence as well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably good for our gnome friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you want to roll for the potion, Blurta? Or shall I?
You can.
Cool.
Kalhik is just... He's gonna touch himself, lay hands on himself to restore some of his own hit points, because that javelin brought him near to death.
I don't want anybody else.
He is singing this. It's a very popular song by a Tobergian bard you've met. Very dog needs attention. It's fine.
Thank you, Muck. That was much appreciated. Oh, I feel like shit.
Yeah, Blurta, Nimbo, Calik's here now.
Oh, you fucker. Why are you here?
Where did you come from?
Where did you
Have
go?
you been?
Cave.
You've been
Yes, I
following
followed
us?
you. From a distance. I
That
heard,
doesn't make it less creepy.
I heard screaming and I thought you needed help, and clearly you did.
No, we had it in hand. Muck and I had it in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't want you to get hurt any more than you already were. Which I'm sure you will if you stay here.
What? Don't tell us what to do. Why? I
don't want to tell you what to do, but you're here under false pretenses.
What do you mean false pretenses? The church sent us here. The sovereign sent us here.
The Sovereign sent you here. They cannot be trusted. They're the reason that these earthquakes are happening to begin with.
And how would you know that?
My father told me. He's been trying to uncover more information about the Sovereign for some time now. What he's found isn't good. Because nothing made sense to him. Things weren't lining up. From the very beginning of the Sovereign's reign. You know how they came into power after the last earthquake. They were the only survivor on the Lost Isle.
Now that you mention it, that is quite suspicious.
The last Sovereign... Looking up names. Sovereign Destiva died there. And Sovereign Sarasa claimed to be their only descendant. But my father has found no evidence that they're related. None whatsoever.
Can't trust governments, you can only trust gods.
I would agree with you. as a man of faith myself, it's disheartening to see how the Sovereign may have tricked the High Priestess into aligning herself with the Sovereign.
It's great to meet someone else of faith. Obviously, maybe leave my mate alone. But what's your poison? Who's your...
My family has long been sworn to uphold the sanctity of the royal family, specifically.
What kind of god is that? Oh my god!
Even famed divinity enjoyer Nimbo Thunderchild. It's like,
It's just like, yes, my god is Charles.
Yeah.
I hadn't finished my sentence. Originally, we were chosen by Thelov, the deity of knowledge, because they had faith in the royal family. If we were meant to uphold the royal family to that standard.
So you kind of fucked that up.
My relatives died on the Lost Isle. I mean, I wasn't born yet, I'm 15, but...
You're 15. Oh, wow. This gets weirder in other ways that I wasn't anticipating. You're like a baby.
Oh my god.
You tried to murder a child.
Yeah, but to be fair, that child was also going to end my life, so I think it's quite fair, actually. But
This is true.
How old is that in gnome years? It's like 5 in gnome years.
Alex, we've had this conversation. Everyone ages at the same rate. Stop confusing me with these different age lifespans. I mean, we obviously wouldn't get married until I was also an adult.
So, like,
a
million years at this rate.
I would have killed you by then.
She probably would. Anyway.
Clearly, yes.
As much as I, am deeply invested in, the autonomy of my friend and her living her own life and stuff, I feel like we're kind of burying the lead here. Our boss is a Roman? Maybe?
Yeah.
That's the conclusions that my family's come to.
So what makes you think that we're here for like a bad reason? Like, have you heard anything specific? Like, what's here? Apart from
I don't know. I genuinely I have no idea where we are. The lady outside wouldn't tell me anything. I said I was Muck's fiance and she told me you'd gone in. I don't know where we are, but you said when we met yesterday that you were working on the Sovereign's orders. So I assume that can only mean she's using you for they're using you for their own purposes.
Just to clarify, did we pitch coming here to...
You did, but that is not what you told Cowlick.
Okay.
Yeah. I think Myrta specifically said that we were working for the Sovereign or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but yes, in the conversation, the Sovereign was like, you can go do what you want, and you were like, we're gonna go investigate this place.
I think Bert is just gonna hold that information to the...
You don't have to tell him. You don't have to tell him.
Oh. But maybe he was like, you can go here and get some sick loot.
Look, you didn't tell me why you were coming here or where you were going, and I understand that why you maybe didn't want to share that information, but I couldn't let you just walk off into potential danger without trying to help.
Without a 15-year-old to help us.
Do your parents know where you are?
Obviously.
Specifically here.
I was at school. My father pulled me out early because he didn't trust the Sovereign's education. but I've had
Oh, so you're
good
homeschooled.
training for the last couple of years. Yeah.
So I'm getting some very conflicting possibilities in this description.
Okay. Feel free to make an insight check if you want to see if you can divulge more.
WtR is
about his
not
demeanor.
insightful, but
I
sure,
am
let's-
100% going to make an insight check.
All right. Can you tell me specifically what it is you'd like to insight? Just so I know what type of information you're looking for.
Like,
In my case, it doesn't matter because I got a 5.
I want to know whether, like, how much of this is like, how much of this he actually knows 100%, is definitely certain, and how much of it is like supposition and inference on top of that.
Yeah.
And if I roll really high, can I don't know, try and suss out the likelihood of him letting this whole fiance thing go?
Might be a different kind of check, but sure, if you roll really
Okay,
high,
I'm
I'll
going to
give
use
you
my nerd
something.
dice.
Go for it.
I've
go
already
for it.
rolled. I've already rolled very high.
I love this.
Okay, so that is going to be a 17 on the d20, a 5 on the nerd dice, which is a 22. Add that to my +7 insight. That's going to be a 29.
Ooh.
All right. For that, yes, absolutely. You can you get to learn quite a lot. So the first thing, and this is apparent even to Blurta, this guy absolutely 100% believes everything he's saying. But it's because he's made himself believe it, or because other people have told him it's what he has to do. So it's difficult to parse out the bits that are maybe more factual from the bits that are more like, my dad told me this and therefore it must be the case. What he told you about the Sovereign being the only survivor, definitely true. What he told you about there not being any records that the Sovereign is related to the previous Sovereign also seems to have more conviction behind it than the immediate claims that the Sovereign must be evil and must be leading you all to danger for some reason. As to the fiance thing, definitely the case of my father told me I have to marry this chick, so that is what I'm gonna have to do, even though she clearly doesn't like me and her friends are all really weird and I'm slightly scared of everyone.
Okay, so I
Because they
think
just almost killed me.
I think Nimbo is gonna back off slightly on the immediate telling this guy to fuck off and leave my friend alone. A, because Muck can do that absolutely fine, and the other two are definitely picking up slack on that as well. But also because I think Nimbo's now thinking that the way to solve this problem is not a head-on meeting force with force. It's going and finding the root and breaking that that tie between him and the kind of familial duty.
This
We
is
need to make him a bad
definitely-
kid.
Yeah, this is definitely Nimbo wouldn't be familiar with this type of family relationship, but classic aristocrats, arranged marriage, doesn't matter what the kids want, but the son will do what he has to for the family's sake.
What I was kind of getting a bit is his dad a libertarian prepper?
With the five, actually, you know what? Because you're also an aristocrat, make a history check. Em and Nimbo probably wouldn't know, but Muck and Blurta might have some idea
only a
of
9.
Duke Valgum. Okay, well, you've heard of Duke Valgum Espru. You've heard his name mostly in he's a military guy. And he's one of the older noble families because he's a descendant of one of the original revolutionaries. But beyond that, you don't know much about his politics.
The Halgan, you say, isn't it?
Valgin.
Valgan.
Valgin.
So I feel it's incumbent on me to, first of all, not first of all, but we probably should say thanks. Not for the help, because there was no. I mean, you know, we were fine. I mean, me and Blurter were temporarily unfine, but Emma. But
bleeding out. That's the code for bleeding out.
Yeah.
temporarily unfine. Make fineness saves. But appreciate the sharing of information. This is certainly troubling. And, you know, we haven't found anything here but violence yet. Although, actually, no, because Nimbo knows that we're not here for the software. Sorry, that.
Well,
think, yeah.
where exactly is here? Like, is there? Did you?
Dread Hollow.
Right.
Did you meet the Mr. Peanut Butter on the way?
Who?
You couldn't handle Mr. Peanut Butter.
He was making a history check to see if he'd heard the name Dread Hollow before. Now he's just like staring at Blurta,
Okay.
like Blurta's gone mad.
Did you meet a satyr on the way, who had a magic piano?
No,
Okay.
no. That's an odd thing to meet.
Yeah. Okay. Just questioning.
You have interesting experiences.
I think after a while, Muck just goes, "Look, kid, I'm not going to marry you. But when I was your age, my dad tried to make me do stuff too. Singing. I can't sing. I should never. We're not getting married. But I'll stop trying to kill you."
Okay, I can work with that.
You're welcome.
See what an honest conversation can do. This is great.
I just put my greatsword to Nimbo's neck immediately.
Okay.
And then I put it away.
Right,
It seems to me that we should decide whether we're staying here or leaving. This is not a safe place to be.
I mean, we haven't even found any cool loot yet, so I think we
Yeah,
should...
have a look around.
Also, I turn to what's his name? The gnome dude.
Calheck?
Calheck.
Calheck.
Little stalker.
That sounds like a SoundCloud rapper's name. So I turned to Calheck and I said,
The cow.
all right, since you shared some information with us, we're going to level with you. We're not here for the sovereign. We're here following up some information that might be relevant to this whole situation, and trying to find out more about some of the gods involved and some of the heroes involved. But the sovereign does know we're here,
Okay.
but they didn't send us.
That makes me feel a bit better, actually.
Cool.
I mean, if this is this isn't a holy place, is it?
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, apparently it's a holy place of WtR.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. It's not. I'm more used to Thelop's temples and libraries. This is.
Oh yeah, I got a bit confused when I came in as well. I was expecting, either the kind of symmetry of Vareya or the life of Vias. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we got punched in the face by a giant clay dude.
I
who
did
smelled of
see that.
grapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. This whole place smells of both garbage and grapes. It's an
On the
interesting
subject of which, do you
combination.
mind if we have a little sit down and a glass of wine for approximately 59 more minutes?
But you can't do it because you're not old enough.
have my own supplies. I'm happy to use those. There's some benches over there. If we want to sit.
Can I prod the bench with my mace?
Mimic bench.
Does it grow teeth and bite my ass?
It does not.
Damn.
It's very old and slightly rotten wood, and you probably have to sit on the floor anyways, because other than even Calhick can't sit on them because he's wearing heavy armor. So he is too heavy for the wood in the condition it is currently in. However, as you all move over to the benches, you can see further into the room that the intellect devourers came from. So on your left past the benches, there's another corridor that leads further on. Whereas there's a wider corridor that seems to lead into a big cavernous room. I don't think any of you can see the end of it, but correct me if I am wrong on that count.
I can see quite far into it, but not.
Okay, yeah.
Not
Not
the
the
end,
end. No, what you do see, you can see some evidence. I think now you can see the whole room, Blurta. In the back of the room, there are cages. There is a smithy, or it looks like a smithy on one side, and there are racks and racks of weapons and armor on the other.
Yeah.
Okay. Guess who is going to saturate the market with ancient weapons?
Disrupt the market.
I just want to flag, Blurta. I'm not gonna stop you, but if we are gonna be taking artifacts from a holy site, I'm just gonna flag that there might be some kind of divine, I'm not going to say retribution, but splashback.
From the god of justice.
But also,
this is the god of justice.
The
and
god of
criminals.
Justice. Yes. I think game recognizes game, to be honest.
The god of fucking around and finding out.
but before we loot this holy site, the aforementioned 59-minute glass of wine?
Yeah, you have, from where the benches are located, you can see into the kitchen, into that other corridor, and up into the room the intellect devourers came from. So you've got a pretty good vantage point should anything else come up towards you. That's more why I suggested that spot.
I get out one of my sort of boxes of crackers that I bought, so we can have wine and crackers, just to...
Okay.
I love that.
Does anyone have any cheese?
Oh, I've got some. I mean, it's just, normal cheddar, but it's nice.
Like, you have, I begrudgingly say you have slightly raised in my esteem for providing us with this cheese.
Yeah, agreed.
Thanks. He rolled 2 10s on his hit dice. Which means he rolled 1 more than he actually needed.
Damn.
Okay. Mechanically, just so you all know, because he is apparently, you're not forcing him to leave immediately. He is level 4 paladin, mechanically. Okay. So if at any point you have anything particular you would like him to do, you can ask me if he can, and I will have a look at what spells and shit he's got. He's an Oath of the Crown, hence the royalty stuff.
Cool. You think of everything.
What, the cheese or the paladin?
Both. All right,
you.
If we're gonna keep going, going, it might be. I'm running lowish on my magical reserves. Do you have any healing ability? Blurta and I are still. Well, Blurta, you're looking alright actually. You were looking a lot worse earlier.
Yeah.
I see. game mechanics wise, I only had 1 hit dice left, so I'm still
Yeah.
I could do with like 10 or 12 hit points if he's got them
Yeah.
spare.
I didn't take
Yeah.
any damage against the one guy, so
Make a persuasion check. Because he has used all of his lay on hands because someone hit him with a spear.
It was justified. I do have. Oh god.
17.
17. Okay, yeah. He. Do you have less than half your max hit points at the moment? No. Okay, you've got more than that. Because he's got a thing that would help in that case. He looks at you carefully. Well, I guess you need this more than I do, but
Well, we gotta have each
just-
other's backs.
I know. This is a lot, so just consider when to use it. He's gonna hand you a potion of greater healing
Oh, wow! Thank you.
because
Nice.
that's the only other thing he has available to him.
Oh no! If it's potions, like I feel bad taking this.
Look, maybe we'll find something in here, and then you can give it back to me. But for now, maybe you hold on to this, and then if it looks like we're gonna fight something, you chuck it.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it. And
Yeah.
Sorry for being abrasive earlier, but I think you can understand why. I'm glad, you've come to accept Muck's independence.
Sure. Yeah.
Let's just, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to easier times, yeah. Yeah.
Well, got some things to do before that can happen.
Why does he keep making those little one-liners? What's he doing? Ooh,
Is this
I keep
Rachel or
hitting-
Muck?
Sorry, it's both. I'm
Muck,
always in character.
Muck will just hear in her head, just say the word
Yeah.
whenever you need it.
Okay, so I'm thinking here, like we already killed the brain guys who came out of this room, gesturing to the smaller room. So that's probably less likely to have stuff trying to kill us in. If we want to do that one first.
So the intellect devourers came out of the big room with the weapons.
Oh, okay.
in.
I thought they came out.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
No, they came around the corner, but they rolled well in their stealth, so you didn't see them until then.
Okay.
Before we move on, and we'll turn to Blurton and say, you don't want to take anything from those creatures. You usually want to take things back.
Oh yeah, that's the point. I mean, they're only
You can take brain juice?
just like a
I
drumstick.
Well, if you took a leg with
Sure.
like a chunk of brain attached to it,
Yeah, that would
that's
be good.
obviously something fucking weird.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Do we normally have to take evidence for each individual creature, or just some evidence of the overall encounter?
They generally want evidence of the encounter. They'll kind of, you have enough of a reputation, at least with the two people you'd likely be dealing with for these, that they would believe you. Unless you showed up and said, we defeated 20 intellect devourers. Then they'd be
We
like,
killed 5
No.
Tarasks. Okay.
they would have noticed those. But no, if you said we went into a weird cave no one's been in for 1,000 years and fought 4 intellect devourers, they're not gonna look at you weirdly.
Okay, so I'm
Cool.
gonna just write intellect devourer drumstick in my inventory.
For players' sake, I keep track of what you kill and then tell you how much you get paid based on those numbers. So unless you actively want to roll deception checks to try to up that, you'll get paid for what you killed as long as you bring some kind of evidence of the encounter.
Okay, shall we look at the big room first then? If that is actually the one where the little brain.
I don't think we need the battle map necessarily for this, Sam. No, you can take that off screen if you want to. Yep, you entering the big room, you can see it is like cavernous ceiling. There's 6 degraded cages in the back. Some of these there's some, like, one of them has smaller cages inside of it, which looks like that might be where the intellect devourers were being kept. But they've all been broken open. There's not a single one of these cages that's still, like, functional without some work.
From the inside or from the outside?
From the inside.
Okay.
All 6
I was thinking the same thing.
So all of the cages are degraded. It's
Right.
apart from the intellect devourer ones, those were clearly broken open from the inside. The others, you can make an investigation check to try to tell more about them
Guidance.
if you wanted to.
Thank
Go
you.
for it.
I got a 2.
Yeah, hard to tell. It's been a very, very long time.
Cool.
That is the wrong room. Yeah, you've got the weapons on the left side. If you wanted to replace any of your own weapons, you could probably find something to replace it with, of just like ordinary weaponry. If you wanted anything else, you'd have to make an investigation check to look for something specific.
Okay.
Ping detect magic.
Yep, you definitely see there's a couple of magic artifacts within the jumble of weapons. You find a sword and a shield that are definitely magical of some kind. Let me pull up the stats for these, actually.
Let's check these out when we've got a moment. These two are definitely pretty special.
So the sword appears to be enchanted. The shield is abjuration magic again.
Ooh.
That makes sense.
Do we want to risk it for a biscuit? Maybe let's play it safe for now. Let's get these identified before we start playing with them. Everything else in this place is trying to kill us. So,
how long does that magic last for?
10 minutes, I think.
I also have another question about detect magic. Does it work through barriers? Because I don't think it does. But
it can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by a foot of stone, an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay, no. Then in that case, you wouldn't be able to detect what I was thinking about. But you are still welcome to make investigation checks.
Is that a chest I see on the map?
There is a chest on the map, and the chest is like half open, and it is filled with strange equipment that you've probably not seen before. But
I am proficient in smithing tools. If they are smithing tools.
There are smithing tools in the room. They are on the other side of the room where you currently are. There's tools in this room. You can make either an Arcana. Yeah, no, this would be an Arcana check.
It's an early 2000s iMac.
Exactly.
You're good at magic-y stuff. Do you wanna have a look at this?
What have you found?
I honestly I don't know. This box is full of mad shit.
Okay. You can roll with advantage.
That is 18.
18. You've seen illustrations of this stuff in the book that you found that you gained some of your own powers from. It's a vampire hunting kit. This seems to be like what a blood hunter, like blood hunters, like 101. This is the kit you should always have.
So it's a black trench coat, sunglasses, a silver katana, some silver shurikens.
There's some wooden
a little
stakes,
asymmetric flat top.
Yeah.
Crucifix knuckle dusters.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Funnily enough, crucifixes still work in this campaign. No, there are wooden stakes in it. There's like hammers for the stakes as well if you want to get real nasty with it. There are some vials of what you assume may have once been holy water, that at this point you're not entirely sure there's still liquid in them. And you also find a little lead-lined box.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, it is locked, but it is entirely made of lead on the outside as well, which is maybe why the detect magic didn't get through.
Yeah, there are two reasons people make boxes out of lead. One is to stop stuff getting in, and the other is to stop magical stuff getting out. So, if we're going to open this, we should probably do it at arm's length if we can.
I mean, I think I also heard of a third reason, which was like a really long-winded way to give someone food poisoning, but that... That's probably not the case in this instance.
Halleck just looks at you suspiciously. Probably not going to eat any food you hand him.
Not like if I was going to do that to you, I wouldn't tell you about it.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
And also, once your bond with your god gets strong enough, I think, you might be able to cure your own poison.
I mean, I already can, but yes. Not right now. I'm a bit tired.
Aren't we all?
From the little lead box, how does it look like it is locked?
It seems to just be a simple clasp.
Okay. And
I will
in the
bark
background's a
loudly.
hellhound.
There's a tiny dog in the box.
Is there? Can I see? Oh, okay, no worries. I wonder if there's.
God is dead.
Just wondering if there's anything else hidden in this room.
I mean, is that like a forge on the other side?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna look at the
pretty cool.
smithing tools there are.
I'm so sorry. A car passed by the house and it deserved a thorough barking at. You were asking me, I don't know, Khalil said God is dead, and then that's all that entered my mind. What were you asking?
I wanted to see if I was looking out for any kind of anything hidden that we can't quite see. So,
okay,
hidden doors, hidden like caverns or things like that.
That would be an investigation check.
Yes. And that is a natural 20.
Okay.
26.
26. Let me check. In this room, no, you don't find anything that would indicate any kind of hidden chambers, hidden passages, traps, anything of the sort. There's nothing.
Okay.
With my detect magic active,
yep.
Can I do like a quick pass of the last room we were in, come back, see if anything pings, and then check out we should probably check out this box, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the kitchen, nothing magical. The crates seem to just contain mostly rotten supplies, rotten to the point of disintegration. The box itself, not magical.
Can I also, while I remember, just pick up? Could I just pick up some of these ancient? Are there some daggers or short swords or something?
Yep.
I'm just gonna pick up a couple of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They're not they're fine quality. There's nothing particularly special about them, other than they're really, really old. So you find the right collector, you might be able to sell them for a lot of money, but most people would not really care.
I'm just gonna write bunch of ancient daggers as well.
Yes. Easy enough to find. There's 20, 30 daggers around the place.
So,
this guy seems to have had his own arsenal.
So do we want to open this box in here, but as we say, from arm's length rather than leave and open?
I mean, I'm kind of inclined to say we open it outside, just in case it's filled with gas or something.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of want the magical shields, please.
Sure. I mean, we should probably see what it does first.
Oh, I don't know how magic works. Sure.
Well, basically, either we can just start using the stuff and see what happens, or we can. I think there's some arcane magic that can identify the properties of a magical item.
Okay.
Seeing as everything else in this place has tried to kill us, I don't know. I was a bit worried about it.
I think we should
Also,
hold off.
do you want to rock
Okay.
paper scissors for the shield? Because
No.
I'm not really a sword guy.
That's the good point. You can have the shield.
How big is this sword? How big is this sword?
It is a long sword, so not.
Yeah,
a
I'm
great
really
sword.
not a sword guy. So yeah, do you want to rock paper scissors for the shield? The only true justice.
No, if you want it, you can have it.
Oh, amazing! Thanks. I didn't want to hog.
No, that's cool. I'm
do you
using
want-
my greatsword most of the time. It's just if I.
I mean,
wanna
this
switch
sword
it,
probably
it's
does something dope. Do you want it?
I mean, I could just carry it for now.
I mean, it is magical, so
Fuck it, I'll put it in my backpack.
sweet. So you've got magic sword?
Magic sword.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Maybe put a question mark next to it, because that will also then help me to remember, like, what it is. I do have it written down, but if you, in like 10 sessions, ask me, what is this magic sword?
Yeah. Bound in
So
dread
it's not
hollow.
a cursed sword then.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not that you know of.
And that's why we don't fuck around with magical items we find. We find out first, then we fuck around.
Khalil, for your shield, the shield is emblazoned with the symbol of an eye on the front, sort of similar to the eye that was in that door that you covered, but not a real eye this time. It's just like weirdly realistic.
I take a sec to inspect it to make sure it's really not a real eye.
No, just very.
I hold it in front of my face and I like move my head from side to side.
It does look like it's following you, but
Ooh.
it's like one of those optical illusions.
Oh, it's a lenticular. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to do in this room?
I think we've thoroughly searched, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, with a nat 20, you found everything. Yeah, lead box, 2 magic items. That's a lot of empty cages.
Are we taking the rest of the vampire kit or just the lead box?
I was assuming the whole lot.
I would
Yeah,
take
good.
the whole lot, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's gonna
Because-
Yeah,
carry
I
that?
think you look good in a trench coat, Em.
Yeah.
It suits me, doesn't it? Yeah.
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 It swishes nicely.
It's
Did you
nice.
say?
It's like a duster. It's great.
Gonna be giving those ocular pat downs.
I've still got a few minutes left on Detect Magic, so as we wander around, I'll be just
Detecting magic.
Cool. Where are you heading next? You've got the corridor leading out from the kitchen, or the corridor leading out from like the dining area.
Let's keep going west if the map is oriented north, right? Because then we can just exhaust one end.
Back towards the kitchen, because Muck has now moved herself into.
Oh, I was
the
just
room
looking
of-
around.
I'll just follow.
I was just looking around.
No, that's all good, Muck. Yeah, if you go left, I mean, you find a dead end. But first you find a bedroom. Or at least what looks like it may have once been a bedroom. There's a couple chests of drawers on one side, another table that's got a plate on it with something that maybe once was food. Another couple of braziers, and then a bedroll in one corner.
Couple of braziers. I'm gonna magic blacklight this whole room.
Yeah, you see the back wall, there's like a little divot that looks like a corridor, but isn't, because it's a dead end. Definitely something magic on the wall there. And underneath the bed, you find a small effigy.
Of?
Yeah, this is one you are at this point you're familiar with this. It's an effigy of Ido. That is also magical.
Ooh.
Okay, so Muck, you got the drawers of presumably Casimir here, right?
Yeah.
What underwear does a legendary hero wear? That's
Thong.
They always wear them on the outside of their clothes, though.
Yeah, a cod piece.
It's just cod pieces, yeah.
Yeah.
it's the whole cod piece.
Well, you
drawer.
know, people wore loincloths under their cod pieces.
That's true. Mm.
Somehow wears a thong over the loincloth.
That's just uncomfortable.
Mm.
That would be like wearing a thong over jockstraps. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
No,
You don't do it for comfort.
it's a statement.
I don't think you do it for any other reason either.
Oh no, it's one of it's like self-flagellation, right? That's why you do it.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, now we've got a
Well, the
reason.
quickest road to sainthood is, mortification of the flesh.
Yeah.
Camel toe.
Ain't no animal's foot looks like that. Tightness
Oh,
is
you're
next to
all
godliness.
That is the episode title. Someone write that down for me. I
I'm
don't have
writing
anywhere to write it down.
So we've got the effigy, and there's the thing over by this divot.
That wall's fucked up, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got an effigy that is magical.
Oh wait, are we not gonna open the drawers then?
I mean, I think we have to now. We have to know.
You can. You're just opening the drawers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's a bunch of tattered, degraded cloth inside. Hard to tell what any of it was at any given moment. It's been there for 1,000 years.
It was like
Fair.
nylon or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least it's not synthetic fabrics.
Spandex.
We come across an entire wardrobe of tracksuits.
They're all juicy couture.
But they say,
They say-
justice across the aisles.
Okay, we need to get those made.
Justice
Merch,
couture.
merch.
I don't
need
think
to
that's
find
an option on Redbubble, but we can find.
Well,
Oh,
considering moving on to a different shop anyway, so let's find one that does tracksuit.
well,
bottoms.
I'm sure that the Cozy Gnome Co. could probably make you those.
Yes.
Francis! We need tracksuits.
So there's
So,
divot.
yeah, so what's magical? Is it like a little alcove,
It's
or is
a-
it the entire wall?
There's like, in the alcove, there's a patch of wall, sort of door-shaped.
Okay. And I'm assuming it's illusory magic that's on it.
No.
Does it have a school?
Stop asking me these questions.
Hey,
One
I'm gonna
day
get
I
the
will
most out
learn
of this
this-
spell.
I know. It makes
I
sense.
want to know whether it's gonna trick me or eat me, or explode me, or make me a himbo.
You know what? It's abjuration again. Everything's fucking abjuration magic.
Cool.
It's like I'm playing Fey Nem all over again. Instead of transmutation, it's abjuration. That was a fun one shot. I played Richard Feynman. As a gnome.
I mean,
Phenomen.
so is there? I'm asking this in Nimbo. I assume like any obvious like. This is like the secret switch or something for that.
From the detect magic, not that you can tell.
Can I give it a bit of a?
Yeah. Make an
Palpate.
Why
did you need to say
investigation.
that word?
Make an investigation check, please.
Maria and via Skyblade.
No.
Shouldn't have appealed to both. You gotta pick a lane.
Sibling jealousy.
That's gonna be a big tear.
You're feeling around. That is what I thought Khalil said, and I assumed you meant 10 or below, so we'll just go into that. Yes, cool. Feeling around on the patch of like magical wall, you can't find anything. You're guessing this is like a magical door that will open when something happens, but what that is, you can't find any clue.
Can I wave the effigy out?
Yeah.
And continue touching up the wall and like kind of tapping the effigy on it. Like, is this some kind of like near field magical communication?
It doesn't seem to do anything.
I'm listening for like a slight beat.
Yeah.
Like when you wave a card on a like a card reader. Yeah, no, nothing of the sort.
See, now I'm just like, because I think it's just this group bring out the worst in my brain. Just like, it was under the bed. This is just like an Adar-shaped butt plug, isn't it?
Meanwhile,
I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't that.
Meanwhile, M's just got a kind of left field thought based on that door with the eye on it, and whether anything to do with a shield could help. Like whether the shield being held up to look at this magical barrier, or
I'll poke it with the sword.
Let's try.
No, don't poke it with the sword. But
Okay, I don't poke it with the sword.
Yeah, you can hold the shield up to it. It also doesn't do anything.
Em, are you any good at working out what magical objects do?
I don't have anything that can specifically do that, but
If you make an Arcana, like a high enough Arcana check, will get you the general gist of the item. It will not tell you if an item is cursed, etc.
I will assist in that.
Use my moment of awesome.
I will let you learn what one of the 3 magic items you found does.
Ooh.
I think out of the 3, the effigy is the most important.
Yeah.
If we want to do that, then.
In that case, yeah. We'll pretend you rolled an Arcana check because I'm just letting you succeed on this one. And I'm gonna pull up the stats. So you should be able to add this to your inventory as well. This is a wondrous item, an artifact that requires attunement. Once a day, you can re-roll 1 dice of your choosing when making an ability check, saving throw, or attack roll. Each time you do this, a random person other than yourself in the same room has disadvantage on their next roll.
Oh.
Of choice or just random? Or just a
Random person. I will roll a dice. It is so if you're in a battle, it'll be everything that it is in the room that you're currently fighting. I will roll whatever number dice and randomly assign disadvantage. So it could be one of you, could be someone you're fighting.
All right, who wants this?
I don't think I should have it. I've got the chrono shift already that changes things that happen, so someone else should take it.
I wouldn't mind having it.
I was thinking Muck, yeah. As Muck is
Sure.
the Slayer.
And you're most
Cool.
likely to be like up front in a room of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we follow in after you've used that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you can use it once a day. It does require attunement, so you'll have to attune to it over a long or a short rest. You can't attune to it right now.
Yeah.
It
What's
does
called?
not.
Sorry?
It is called. Sorry, I should have told you that. It is an effigy of Idal the Equal.
Cool.
If it
Thank
doesn't
you.
turn up, I can send it to you later.
Okay. Can I use my moment of awesome to look at the door?
Yes. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Investigation or Arcana? No, it doesn't matter. They're the same score.
No, this would be investigation. You can roll at advantage as well
Okay.
because you're using your moment of awesome. This is just to determine how much your moment of awesome gets you in from the whole door mechanics.
Okay, so 13.
13. Okay. Yeah, Nimbo's just been looking at the bit where the door itself is, but you search the entire alcove. And you find scrawled in a corner, sort of like carved in a haphazard scroll, 2 words. Pesky Lolita.
Pesky Lolita.
With your anagram, with your moment of awesome, you assume this is probably an anagram of something.
I mean, either that or something like really creepy. This guy
Yeah.
should have been investigated.
Where is it? It's on the wall,
Yeah,
is it?
the god of justice and criminals.
It's like scrawled on the wall in the alcove in like a dark corner.
Cool.
Looks like one of the royals has been here.
How are we spelling Lolita?
I have typed it in the chat for you. Lolita.
Now you get some hardcore anagram solving action only on science
Yeah.
and sorcery.
Science and sorcery.
While everyone's doing a word puzzle, Nimbo is not, it's not a big reader. More vibes.
Yeah.
I might continue scanning all the spaces that we've been and know are safe.
Yep.
Partly with detect magic, partly kind of just keeping an eye and an ear out, just to make sure that nothing is sneaking up on us or anything like that.
So not going down that last corridor you haven't been down yet?
I'm not going alone down an uncharted corridor.
No, I didn't think you were.
Forms of wisdom.
I just wanted to make sure. No, you with detect magic, you don't make a perception check actually.
I have such a good bonus, but that's a 10.
10, okay. Yeah, no, you don't hear or see anything anywhere within these rooms. Checking down, like sticking your head vaguely into the skeleton corridor, nothing there as well.
I mean, I've still got a bit of a headache from having my brain scrambled by a weird dog, so...
Nimba's experiences with dogs have not been good this campaign.
He's holding out, though. He's not going to lose hope.
He's trying real hard.
Anyone getting there?
I've got, spell. You can make the word spell out of there. And then that leaves Kyoita and A. Which doesn't feel like a word.
I'm not getting anything good out of it so
Chat,
anyone wants to-
in the chat.
Anyone in the chat wants to help? Pesky Lolita are our words for the evening. Welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Does Count Down. The cast has been replaced for
8 out of 10 orcs
good
does
reasons.
count
down. If anyone wants to make an intelligence check,
There's
to
almost
try and get a
toilet in there.
clue.
Yeah.
I will do an intelligence check, even though I am.
No,
17.
but Glorta thinks she's smart. Okay, 17.
Glorta
It's definitely
think she's smart.
okay. It's 2 words.
Yes.
And the first word is 3 letters.
Okay.
Oh.
Ape.
Casimir Crowham was an ape. Damn dirty ape.
All of his apes. Gone.
So all, sit, sky, ilk.
Okay, in the meantime, like, I think Blurter is just gonna follow Nimbo down while just looking down at her notebook.
I feel like I should have some fun science facts while my players are all thinking about anagrams.
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
So the lobotomy, which is trepanations, were like the precursors to lobotomies and probably more successful than lobotomies in a lot of ways. Lobotomies were invented primarily to stop already like mentally ill people and people with addiction problems, poor people, and hysterical women from acting out, because the way that they were done is they essentially severed the emotional connection in your brain. They did genuinely use ice picks. They went in through the eye. Sorry, Alex. I forgot.
It's fine. That's just me
Okay.
mentioning the general idea of ice picks and being involved.
Yes, yeah. I think it's... Yeah, John F. Kennedy's sister, Rosemary, I believe, was given a lobotomy because she likely had a learning disability, but people got really upset about her sexuality and how open she was about her desire to fuck. So her parents had her forcibly undergo a lobotomy, and she spent the rest of her life not really being capable of living an independent existence, which you would have been able to do without the lobotomy.
Also, it's mad that they were terrified of her sexuality and her desire to fuck when John F. Kennedy is in that family.
Yes. Yes.
So, bringing it back around, I have politely Scar, which I assume is not going to be that.
I've got psycholic tea, which is just not a thing.
I don't have a pen name.
Intelligence check.
Yeah, we need another check.
I assume it would be from someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Blurter this time.
Nimbo's going
I'm
to give it a
done.
go because Nimbo has not been actually actively engaging in the puzzle, so maybe he's been kind of standing back and being like,
Okay.
"Finally, I roll okay." That's going to be a dirty 20.
Nice.
Okay. As soon as M suggests politely ska, you realize that the word ska can also be rearranged into a
Ask.
different.
Ask
Ask.
politely.
Ask politely.
Uh,
I did say
my
the first
God.
word is 3 letters, Sam. Politely is
my
what we would have
God.
gotten from Sam in that case.
So without saying this kind of out loud to everyone, I kind of without saying that he's kind of clocked it from Muck's suggestion.
Not my
Yeah.
suggestion, definitely.
Oh, sorry, from
M's
M's suggestion. Sorry. Yeah, without kind of spoiling the surprise or anything, he's going to walk over to the door and be like, hello. Could we come in, please?
Nothing happens.
Oh. Well, okay. It's definitely not ask politely then.
I'll start to skank.
Make a performance check.
That is a 14.
It's not bad. Doesn't open the door.
Well, that was undignified.
So it's all right. Whatever it was. Never seen that before. But I mean, could it be asked politely?
It could be. I don't have anything else.
I mean, it
so-
often works to get indoors.
Pokey
you know,
skillet.
That's in the kitchen.
Yes. We need to find a pokey skillet and bring it back here.
so I'll kind of knock on the door, kneel in front of it and say, excuse me, could we come in, please?
Still nothing happens. I will remind you, you have seen language used in this cave complex before, and
Does
it
anyone
was
speak
not common.
Infernal?
I
mean-
do.
Just because I wasn't sure if you remembered from last time, because it's been a while.
Yeah,
I-
I'd completely forgotten.
I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say the same words as Nimbo, but in Infernal.
The door at this point slides backwards, and then like up into the ceiling. And you see in front of you another very large chamber. From where you are right now, you can see into the chamber. It seems to run very far backwards, and a broken altar.
Okay, I'm getting bad vibes from this room. Before we check this room out, shall we just make sure that there's nothing the other way? Because going through a hidden door into a chamber with a broken altar in the home of a divine hero seems like the type of thing, especially with stolen items from that person's home, seems like the type of thing that could get interesting.
Agreed.
Like
Agreed.
WtR is like literally picking like a spot with like an ancient.
Ooh.
Oh.
So should we check out the other side
Yeah.
and then regroup and come back here?
Sounds good.
I do like
Okay.
that as a device because it's just like demons would never ask nicely. So if you put it in demonic language,
It's essentially speak friend and enter
Yeah.
from Lord of the Rings. So the corridor on the other side, it's broad enough that two people can go side by side, but like sort of like staggeringly. So who's going up front?
I think Kalik should go up front.
Kalik is happy to go up front if you
I
want
should
him to.
probably go near the front because I've still got probably a couple of minutes left on Detect Magic.
Good idea.
Yeah, like a minute and a half or so.
Cool. So we'll get the
Kalik
last
and
juice out of it.
Nimbo can go up front.
I'll go to the back then.
Yeah.
I don't mind going right in the middle.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
just
I'll
moving
go
you,
as
Muck.
well.
Yeah.
And I'm
Very
gonna be
I can see the whole map, so large distances I can just move y'all because it
cool.
might
No
be a bit
worries.
easier.
I'm gonna have my club shillelagh
Yep.
at all times ready to go, and I'm gonna be just using my action to spam perception.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll just a perception check at advantage in that case. Because you're and Kalik is also going to make perception
Blackjack,
checks.
baby, 21.
Very nice. Kalik got a 9. So he's kind of like stumbling forward. He's not the most perceptive person. But
Really?
you are slow. I know. You are making your way forward. The cavern, it's starting to get like a bit lower ceiling. Nimbo and Muck, you both have to crouch down a fair amount as it rounds a curve before opening up into a slightly wider space with a much higher ceiling. Narrowing again, the high ceiling stays until you make it round to another dead end. You get a 21 on your perception check. You see, clinging to the ceiling right at the end of the corridor is a person.
I grab the back of. I swear I'll remember his name at some point.
Cal.
Cal. You can just call him Cal.
People at school who used to call me Cal. So I'll grab the back of Calic's neck, like the scruff of his neck, and be like, whoa, 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 hold up. And then
Whoa. On the
And-
ceiling?
And I kind of I tap M and I kind of like scooch them round so they can see.
Oh, so a person clinging to the ceiling,
Yes.
and what kind of contortion? What does it look like?
They're like sort of like holding on, like pressed flat against it,
Front
So
facing.
not like
Yeah.
not like the Grudge. or
facing the
anything.
wall. Facing the wall.
Do we have the vampire cat?
I have it.
Good. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
you said that.
Just checking.
It's like there's an ancient phrase for this spoken among my people. I've heard it is Morbin time.
That's good.
Now is
you
the
so
hour of
much.
morbing.
I am become morber of world.
Having become aware that you have also become aware of it, the person clinging to the ceiling, his head tilts back at an unnatural angle and looks down at you with these blazing red eyes and hisses. And I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative again.
I'll hiss back.
Yeah, me too. 7.
Y'all to your combat tracker. 7 for Muck.
Mhm.
I have a vampire dice, which is what I am using for this this
Ooh.
creature to distinguish it from the rolls I'm doing for Cal.
14.
14 for Blurta.
12, which is
12
pretty good for Nimbo.
for
Yeah.
Nimbo. Yeah, that means you rolled a 13. And what did you get?
13.
13. Okay, and Blurta, what's your initiative modifier? Your dex?
+2.
+2. Okay, you'll go before Cal because he also got a 14. All right. The vampire spawn is first. Is going to. Let me see. The ceiling in here is about 15 feet up. So they are currently not. They're currently on the ceiling. They are going to use their movement to climb up and over the ceiling into this space here and down towards Nimbo, who it can smell the blood on you. It is going to make first a claw attack against you, which is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh, throwing my dice. You take 10 points of slashing damage.
Mhm.
Oh no, sorry, no, you don't take any damage. It's going to instead grapple you. Because
I'm
then
sure
it
that's
can
fine.
use then it can use its bite attack instead. So it's going to miss on that though, because that's only an 11, but you are currently grappled by the vampire.
I'm so glad this suit of chainmail has a reinforced collar.
Yeah, it's attempts to like find a place like up, like basically on your lower jaw to try to bite, but it's not like you're wiggling too much.
Especially because
for it to
recently
get
Nimbo's
hold.
jaw has been really thickening out. It's been really kind of coming into his own.
I like the mental image of like vampire hunters going around with like garlic clove shaped helmets. Just like a giant garlic head.
Blurta, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I do not think I'll be having this. Bonus action, Hex.
Yep.
Let's see, so let's give it disadvantage on dexterity.
Okay.
I mean, this is ability checks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast that. Go for it. You won't be able to push it back because it has nowhere to go.
Can I just smack it into the wall a bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
For flavor.
So the worst of the two rolls is 12.
12 does not hit.
The better of the two rolls is 26.
That definitely does hit.
So in that case, we will have So we'll start off with an 8 force damage.
Yep.
And we'll add on to that a 1 necrotic damage, I guess.
Yep.
And is it 2 or 3 fire damage?
2, I believe.
Yeah.
I believe it's 2. Correct me if it's not. It's easier for me to subtract more hit points than it is to add more. And on that point, it's Calic's
3
turn.
now.
3?
Yeah, I reckon it must have gone up somewhere.
Leveling or something.
Yeah.
Calic is going to Calic can't reach the creature, but is going to attempt to command it, and tell it to drop its hold on Nimbo. So the vampire spawn is going to make a wisdom save and succeed. As you hear Calic issue this command in Infernal, seemingly a language he knows. But that is... Oh wait, no, he's got a bonus action he can use as well. And then as his bonus action, he's going to channel Divinity and turn the tide. So everyone... No, he's not going to use this yet. Sorry, my bad. That's the end of his turn. Your turn.
I'm
He's going to wait until everyone's a bit more damaged.
Chromatic orb. Until
you are
everybody's
in
more damaged.
Melee range. You are at disadvantage with ranged spell attacks.
And you'll also hit yourself with that.
No, it's only one target.
Yeah, you're thinking of flaming sphere.
Yeah,
Doesn't chromatic orb burst at the end? Or is that something else?
Don't believe so.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think it does.
Okay.
Sorry, I was still thinking that.
Ice Knife. Ice Knife
that's
shatters.
what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah. Ice Knife has never hit on Science and Sorcery.
I am gonna toll the dead then.
Yep, that's a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
That is a 20 on the save.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take any damage then.
No damage, no.
Okay.
Bonus action?
Nope.
All right. Nimbo, now it is your turn. You are grappled by a vampire.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You have Shillelagh up already because you said
Yep.
you had cast it.
Yep. I'm gonna turn to Khalid and I say, "Thanks, I really do appreciate it." And bonus action is a potion a bonus action?
Yep.
I'm gonna bonus action drink that greater healing potion, which is
Yep, go for it.
4d4 plus 4.
Yep.
So that's 5. Ooh. I am healed up. Great.
Amazing.
And for my action, I'm going to turn to the vampire and say, "Get the fuck off me!" I'm going to clutch my my holy symbol and turn undead.
Okay. What kind
So
of
that's
save
a
is
wisdom save, please.
that? Wisdom save. That's a 12.
That's a fail.
Woo!
So it has to spend its turns for the next minute or until it takes any damage.
Yep.
It needs to spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as possible. It
Okay.
can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. It also can't take reactions. It can only use
Okay.
the dash action or try to
Yep.
use its action to escape from a grapple.
Okay. Cool. Yep. It is now under those effects.
So
Anything else?
I'll yell to the others. If you hit it, it'll stop running away.
Okay. And with that, we come to Muck.
Who never hits anything.
Nope.
Why have you done this to me?
It was holding on to me.
Okay, so hold on. If it takes damage, then
Yeah.
it. But what if I grapple it
We just all sit there punching it.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Let me just.
You are currently not within range. You can hold your action to attempt to grapple it should it come within range.
Oh, can I not get to her?
You are in a narrow corridor. No.
Oh, damn it.
But
Okay.
it might just run past you on its next turn.
All right. Yeah, I'll hold an action to grapple it if it comes
Okay.
with range, and I'll just shout to everyone, "Get out of my way!"
Hold action, rugby
Move.
tackle.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
out of the way. Okay, with that, we come back to the vampire's action. It's gonna drop the grapple on Nimbo. Climb up the wall. Again, so Nimbo and M, you both get attacks of opportunity.
Which we don't want to do, right?
I mean, I was mainly doing this to make it let go of me. Now it's let go of me. Personally, I'm okay with hurting it.
Okay.
Depends if we want to... Because if it runs away, it will still be around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either that or it'll... What time of day is it?
How long you've been here now, it's getting toward... It's like evening at this point.
We probably don't want a vampire
On the
sprinting
loose.
out of here at night.
Okay, well, I'll take an attack.
Let's just make
as well.
some,
Alright,
extra
I'll take a
attacks.
swing.
I mean, we can
Alright.
always lock it outside and wait till morning.
I mean, it'll find somewhere shady.
Or there is also a celestial being waiting at the front door.
Fair. I got a 13 to hit.
13 misses. M?
Can I take one of the stakes out of the vampire hunting kit and try and hit it with that? don't know how
Not
those
as a
work.
reaction. Not as a reaction, no.
Okay, that's fine. So instead, I will just hit it with my dagger.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a 26.
26 does hit.
So that's going to be 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage? Okay. Alright. It had recovered some of its hit points at the start of its turn, but it does take... oh no, it doesn't take the full damage of your knife because it's non-magical as well. The stakes, how they work, you know, like general lore is if you stake a vampire through the heart while it's incapacitated in some way, you'll kill it. But it needs to be incapacitated first. So you need to bring it down to 0 hit points, and then you can stake it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The vampire spawn did use its action to dash, so that would give it a total of... Where is its movement? So it goes up 15 feet and then across 15 feet as well, because it's decided it doesn't like Nimbo. Which, it doesn't put it within grapple range of Muck because it is on the ceiling, but it is now basically above Muck.
Also, now that it's taken damage,
Action.
it's no longer turn.
But action dash, it'd double its movement, so it's going to continue on down the corridor. Just because it can. And because you weren't the easy dinner that she was hoping for. That's her turn. Blurta, your turn.
And I get past Muck?
You can squeeze, it'll be, like, difficult terrain, so you'll use 10 feet of movement to get past.
Okay, so that's fine. So can I get to there?
Yeah, definitely.
And this is just some little eldritch blasts.
Alright.
Well, that's a nope. That's 24.
24 hits.
And rolling pants on the damage, so 7 force.
Hex.
Yep. 6 hex and
What type of damage is Hex?
necrotic, so I don't even know if it takes it.
It's resistant. How much Hex was it?
6
Okay, yeah, so take 3.
and 3
And then, 3 fire. Yeah, it takes the fire.
and,
Yeah.
and I'll slam it just into the ceiling, I guess.
Are you wanting to move it 10 feet along the ceiling?
No, I just want to just like squidge up into this like.
Oh yeah, because you're below it. Absolutely, you can do that. Kalik's turn next. Kalik kinda can't do much. Kalik is going to hold. Kalik's gonna hold his action to dash if he can get past everyone, so he can get back up towards the combat. M, your turn.
Can I also get past Muck in that case as well?
Yeah, you can just about make it next, like between where Muck and Blurta is with your movement then.
So.
But you'd be able to see the vampire. Yeah, like a little bit further up if you wanted to leave space for other people to get past.
Perfect. Okay.
Like over there. Yep.
And then this time I will chromatic orb.
Now you can definitely chromatic orb.
so-
What kind of chromatic orb are we going for?
Cold.
Cold damage. Fun.
So that would be as a modifier. That's going to be an 18.
18 hits.
Okay. And that is 19 points of cold damage.
Ouch. Yeah, it takes the full amount. It's now below half hit points. As this cold orb bursts across the vampire's back, and its head once again swivels around unnaturally to look down at you and hiss. Nimbo, your turn. I assumed you would.
Has Kalik used his held dash?
Oh no. Now Kalik can dash, which gets him to, hold on. He's gonna go right below the vampire, basically.
Sweet. How high off the ground is the vampire right now?
At this point, about 15 feet. Getting to where it's, well, no, about 10 feet, because it's getting to where it's lower down. We have to duck down.
Okay, cool. So, okay, if I could get there, I could probably get it. But,
yeah, if you could get there, you could probably hit her.
So I can probably get to about there if I'm
Yes.
spending 10 feet to get past Muck.
Yes.
So
if you've
not,
got a ranged option, you can use that.
yeah, so not in swatting range.
No.
But I am going to. I need to save my spell slots. I'm going to use a frostbite.
Okay.
So that's a con save.
A constitution save. 17, I'm afraid.
That'll pass. Oh well.
All right. Is that you?
Sorry. Bonus action.
No, all good.
No, I'm good.
All right. In that case, it's now Muck's turn.
All right, I'm going right up. Wait, is she like on the ground now?
She is 10 feet up, so you can just about reach her with your sword, given your height and the reach of the weapon. Yeah.
I will be doing that.
Yeah.
Or at least attempting to. 17 to hit.
17 hits. What weapon are you using?
I'm using my javelin because it's magic.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
That's 7 damage.
7 damage, takes the damage.
And I'm gonna do it again.
Second attack.
14 to hit.
14 just misses.
Damn, goddamn.
Yeah.
Okay.
The vampire managed to duck out of the way, and is that your turn?
Did you do the electric damage?
No.
It only does
it
electric
doesn't.
damage when you throw it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And only once a day.
Only once a day.
And only once a day, yeah.
Oh, I should have used my effigy. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. It's still in really good shape.
It regains hit points again at the start of its turn as it drops down from the ground, and it's going to attempt to grapple Muck, who just hit
good luck.
it. Well, that is a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
You are grappled by the vampire, which will now attempt to make a bite attack against you. But that's only a 16. So again, busting up against the armor, that it just can't get a grip. It can't grip its teeth into you. Blurta, your turn again.
Okay. So it's on the floor now. Okay, that changes.
It's on. Yeah, it's grappling Muck on the ground.
Okay. In which case, I'm just gonna blast it.
Yep.
I'm a warlock. That's what I
Yep.
do. 27 to hit with the first
27
beam,
hits.
and 22 to hit with the second beam.
Both hits.
So we shall have a nice. So 14 damage with the first blast, plus.
Separate out the necrotic, please.
Yeah, that was without the necrotic.
Cool.
So, and the necrotic is an extra 1 damage.
Okay, yep.
And the extra 3 fire damage as well.
3 fire damage.
Does Hex apply to every blast?
I have no idea. I think
to the
it's
target whenever you hit it with an attack, so yes.
Yeah, I think it's a whenever you hit it type of deal.
So, but the fire's not. The fire's only once around.
No.
Okay, and blast number 2 is 12 force damage.
12 force damage.
And when all this moves, 3 necrotic.
3 necrotic. I'll take 1. Are you blasting it backwards?
No, like only if it into the wall, not so it goes further away.
Okay. Yep, that's fine. It is then Kalek's turn. Kalek is going to attempt to bash the vampire with his longsword. And that's a 20 to hit. He's going to add a divine smite onto that as well, using his last spell slot. Because it's grappling the love of his life.
I thought they'd had a conversation about that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's 15.
Oh, he is. So it does. Where's his modifiers? 7 points of slashing damage, and then is 11 plus 5 is 16 points of radiant damage as the room briefly lights up in a spark of divine energy, and Muck, you feel the vampire's grip go limp as it collapses down onto the ground.
It's scary, right?
You can now stake it at your leisure.
I will hand the stake over to Muck. Be like, you get the final blow.
And it's just like I'm raging. I'm just raging. It's just very like firm. And I'm just going, ah! That's it.
You kill it. Well, I wonder what it was doing there. I mean, weird place to hide, right? Dead end corridor.
Did DM question? Did my detect magic ping anything in that corridor?
Not that you could see, other than the vampire.
Okay. Yeah, should we have a quick look around the end of that corridor? I'm getting more and more worried about that chamber we just found, though. Let's check this pretty quick, but I don't want to leave that unattended.
Did the vampire just go entirely to dust?
Yeah, once you staked it.
So, including any clothes or anything it had on?
No, the clothes and stuff remain. It's just the body.
What was its fashion sense like?
1,000 years ago.
No, not in a cool vintage way, just like in a...
In like a tattered and dirty way.
No. I mean, can't you just be one of the cool, fashionable vampires? And then I could have stole your clothes.
It was a mere vampire spawn. I am afraid that I am gonna have to wrap it up here because the dog I'm looking after is giving me mournful looks from across the room because he wants to go for an evening walk. So we're gonna have to wrap it up here and continue on Sunday at 7 p.m. So you finish investigating this corridor. Very quickly, moment of awesome, people. Who deserves the moment of awesome?
I mean, the javelin moment was pretty cool.
I would agree.
So yeah, that would be my vote.
One day I will make an NPC who you love. No, I've made many NPCs who you seem to love. No, I'm joking. You're not meant to like this guy, Rachel.
I don't.
I feel more sorry for him than I did at the start of this
Yeah.
session. I'll give him that.
Definitely.
Also, he's making progress. He's starting to understand that, it's not happening.
Yeah, a little. He's been brainwashed. It'll take some work.
Yeah.
All right. Rachel, Muck gets the moment of awesome. We will be back on Sunday. Very quick reminder as well. Next week, Friday, we have our charity one shot, which Khalil is DMing. It's going to be great, I'm sure. It's a beach episode, right?
Yeah.
We're just hanging out at the beach for 3 hours.
A bunch of adventurers just taking a break from their epic quest to hang out on the beach.
Yes.
Nice.
But yeah, so keep your eye out for player announcements, etc. for that coming up in the next week or so. But other than that, Sam, who are we rating?
Can I say one quick thing before
Oh yes,
we go?
of course, Rachel.
Before I
Announcement,
knew
please.
that the answer to the door was to say something nice in Infernal, I came up with an anagram of "Please let me in," which is pie elementals.
I wish I'd known that one earlier because I absolutely would have used it.
Yeah, that's it. That's my fact. I don't have anything else to add.
On the subject of you can't trust governments, but you can trust gods. Offline, I'm going to have to tell you about the anarchist Jehovah's Witness who came to my door the other day. But there's not time for the story on stream.
No, I need to take Kobe for a walk. Bo here wants to go to bed and is also mad at me. Sam, who are we rating?
We're going to head off to see the Lower Right, who are some Swedish TTRPG players. So we're going to head over there. Please do go check them out, say hello, like, follow, and then run off. But otherwise, I'll get that set up now. And that raid has been created. See you all on Sunday, folks. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.